Oggi proveremo a fare come qualche giorno fa, 2 giorni fa, una bella chiacchiera sul momento storico con delle persone, con dei talenti, con degli artisti che crediamo possano essere interessanti da cui sentire il punto di vista. Io, scusate, nel frattempo sto maneggiando questa simpatica tecnologia. Abbiamo noi oggi il piacere di ospitare un artista del tatuaggio, un artista che nasce e parte la sua esperienza di vita artistica dalla calligrafia, che chi mi conosce sa quanto sono affezionato alla calligrafia, che si chiama Adam, in arte Theosone, che adesso io vi metto in condivisione. Eccolo qua. Hi Adam, how are you?
Ciao ragazzi, mille grazie.
Adam parla poco italiano, ma parleremo prevalentemente in inglese. Hello Adam, how are you? I was going...
Very nice, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this, and I'm really happy we are able to connect like this in those difficult times.
Thank you to you for your time. I know you are you are in Berlin. You are live streaming from Berlin. I think looking from your background, I think you are in the studio, if I remember.
Yes, I am. I live in the same building, so I don't have to go out.
So you have like up and down from the studio to your house. How's it going? How's your family? I know you have a little girl.
Yeah.
How is she?
She's very good, thank you. The one good thing about the situation we have right now is the fact that the family time is like never before. It really makes me happy because you know me, I like to work a lot.
I know.
Even though I live not far away from my home, it's always painful to be away from my wife and my daughter.
Let me ask you some question about your actual life, because I know you are in Berlin and we are from Italy. We are having a very confusing information from Germany, from your life, because as you know, this is probably the 4th week in a row we are locked in a house, and the virus has arrived, I think, a couple of weeks before us in Germany. How's it going in Berlin? How's your life?
From what I see, it's really empty, but it's not as empty as we were talking before. Yeah? People are still going around, but there is a lot of rules that you have to follow. Even if you're from the same household, you have to keep the distance. If you go out, you have to have your documents on you and your registration and everything. You can face fines for not having it. Basically, what I see from my windows and when I go for shopping, it's really empty. A lot of people take it seriously, but I have also friends that live close to parks and they say like life goes on.
Yeah. But how does this affect your life, your
well, yeah, our studio,
your work, because you are a tattoo artist.
Yes.
So I think you have probably one of the most one of the work that is most in contact with the people. How's it going in your business? I mean, I know your studio is closed, but how people is thinking about this?
Well, luckily, all our customers are very understanding, and they also, like the government, shut us down. Yeah? We are not able to work, and we have to stay closed until further notice. And luckily, most of my friends that work here in Germany have a very good support from the government. Our studio also got support.
Oh, really?
Yes. And how it works, I was very impressed because I grew up in Poland and I also observe what's going on in Poland right now, and all the creative people there struggle a lot right now. We are very lucky here and that we were able to apply for help, and the help arrived in less than 24 hours.
And how much the government gave you?
So the government for freelancers here gives between 5 and 15,000 euro, depending.
15?
Yeah, it's like a support that you don't have to give back, but it made me check how did you use it. Of course, the bills we have are pretty high, and this is an amazing help, and it keeps our minds and humors a little bit better. You know, like we are able to pay the bills still, and we can focus on other artistic stuff or creative stuff.
How many artists are in the studio?
Right now we have not only artists, but it's 5 artists, 5 to 2 artists, and 3 managers. And
each and any one of you has this government help.
Everybody is self-employed, and everybody gets a separate support. But the amount depends. Like most of freelancers get 5,000 euro help. They can also apply for other kinds of help from different institutions. The amount depends on your business. For example, I'm the owner of the studio, so my bills are quite high, and the form that you have to fill out to get the support is pretty easy. It took me like 10 minutes to fill out, but you give your tax number there, and I guess they have the connection to history of your financial situation, and according to that they give you the support. And
you know that we just had like 3 days ago the same possibility here in Italy, and what basically happens that there was kind of like I think 200,000 application in less than 2 hours, and the website just crashed down.
Yeah.
Because everybody started apply immediately just for having like 600 euros.
Yeah. Well, what happened here, it also, when they released it last Friday, the website crashed. But what they did in a few minutes, they switched the system, so you get like a number that you have to wait for your turn. And my number was 300,000 something, and it took me almost 1 day to wait. But then I had 1 hour to fill the form. It was like a 1 hour window to have the opportunity to fill out the online application. If you missed it, and I missed it once because I was translating everything, and so I had to wait another day and try my luck again. But it worked. It worked fine, and
you already have the money.
Yes.
And how does this puts you in a position? As an artist, to live your everyday life. Is it more easy for you? Are you worried about this money is going to finish fast, or how are you spending your time? Not the money, of course. It's your business. But having this assurance by the government.
It keeps my mind relaxed for the next few months. Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen with the studio and with the tattooing industry, but on the other hand, the support that we get keeps us in a motivation to work on other things. Yeah. Most of the tattooers are very good artists, and they have other ways to express themselves and to make money. A lot of my friends are making art prints and focus on developing like the other skills that here, as I said, it's a little bit easier when you have this kind of support and you can not worry too much, and
of course. But speaking about art, this kind of conversation we try to put on. It's based about on the idea that we are facing very hard time at the moment. There are a lot of professional people that are trying to picture the future, making data analysis, numbers, and are writing about future scenarios. But in my mind, I have this is my mind, probably just me that is thinking about this. I think that people it's too much used to live their life, and that they will probably, once they will open the cages, they will probably everybody runs around the streets and going back to their life as soon as they can. So my point is how we can still block some memories on this moment. How we can carve in the stone something that people will remember this. Because I'm a bit afraid about the idea of people is too much concern about themselves, and we are very used to lost our memories very fast. So how do you think, I mean, artists like you that are not just a tattoo artist, but also you're also a painter, you're a calligrapher. How do you think we can help people not to forget this moment?
Well, I think a situation like this happens for the first time in our generation, and I think it's very important to stay focused and not forget what's going on. I think like the social life will change a lot, as we experience right now. People get to know and understand what's really important in life, and I think the lifestyle that was before may change a lot. People may focus more on keeping their families and economical situations a bit better. Maybe the luxury business will suffer a bit, or it will go exactly the opposite. Maybe it will be like okay, one life, and you only live once, kind of situation.
But if we go the opposite, we are fucked. Because we are already consuming everything on the earth. If we
well, yeah, we are the virus for the planet as people, as a humankind. So maybe more people will understand that there are things that you cannot control with power, with money, and it depends on everybody how the situation on this one little piece of earth in space will what future brings. If we take care of the planet and ourselves, should be fine.
And how do you spend your time in these days? I mean, you have a little girl, I know. Like yesterday we had this conversation. She was like screaming all the time. Do you have time to focus on your future project, on your how? Because I'm trying to find sometimes between a meeting and another meeting online to find a way to put on a paper something just to remember this moment. If I will be able to let this moment remain in the mind for 10 people, for example, it will be my mission at the moment.
Yeah.
So I try to figure out and to picture how to be able to not forget this. Is there anything you are doing at the moment to express this idea or to try to remember this for the future?
Yes, of course. I create some art for myself, writing down what's going on, and because I practice calligraphy every day and every night. Every time I have some time at the desk, I practice different styles, and I write down the words, to remember: quarantine, stay home, stay safe. Text like this, and yeah, I keep myself busy. Last 3 days, I was tidying up my desk, which really needed that. I always have my workplace pretty messy, and I thought it's a good opportunity to take care of that. And
can you show us some sketches? I know you have a special technique because as a tattoo artist, but as a calligrapher, you have some sort of mental disease about about calligraphy. Can you show us something of your creative process and explain us how do you face this research about the perfect match about letters and styles, and how does this become a tattoo? I mean, tattoo is something that it is memory by definition, because you just put on your skin something. Is there anyone that is asking you to write down the word COVID for a tattoo?
Not yet, but I saw some tattooers already did that.
Really?
I saw some people got tattooed like the
People are nuts.
memento. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. When you are in this industry, you see a lot of strange things. What people
I know. I just can't imagine how strange could be your life and some requests from clients. I mean, I have some strange from my clients as a request. I cannot figure out as a tattoo artist how stupid could be people, how strange could be people.
Yeah, that's
Show us something.
well. What can I show you? Like, I can show you a picture, for example, of my everyday practice. I'm gonna show you like this because I'm in the studio right now. So I don't know if you can see. It's just I'm using the time to practice different styles, and I don't worry too much about the outcome of it. Yeah, I just have some fun taking pictures. I also focus on
Yeah, it's okay.
what else I can show you here.
Show us some table of yours, the one you just use. I remember you used it for different styles. Because I think it's important at the moment also to understand the different way about different people how to face their own work. I mean, there are people that they have no time, and
yeah.
you how do you use your time to respect the needs of your customers, or how to respect your point of view on art?
Well, I have some requests and design works that I have to do, and this is usually things that I do at night. And I'm working right now with Moblin. I'm very happy to be able to. And this is something with classic calligraphy, writing real things. It's not going to be used digital. So I'm writing letters, which is nice. Like I always want to. I have the urge to do that, but there is not so many opportunities because every day my work looks differently. I before the lockdown, my day started really early in the morning, breakfast with the family, baby goes to the kindergarten, and I come to the studio. Usually we have appointments starting at 12, so I come to the studio around 9 a.m. and I work on projects, upcoming projects for the tattoos. And it's a little bit different technique because it's a different medium, but I always start the same: paper, pen, ink. Then I prepare for the tattooing. So I usually scan my designs, show them to the customers, and then prepare the stencil tattoo. Now it's a little bit different because I'm working on logotypes, artworks, and original calligraphy. So, for example, in logo design, I prepare a lot of different concepts. I'm doing my own selection. Then I scan the designs and treat them digitally and prepare them for sending.
That's a very good point. I mean, I can show your craziness here.
Yeah.
This is a typical. I'm trying to find the perfect match. I don't know how to this. Okay, that's the only way. This is a typical table by Adam. I mean, he just that's the same word repeated in different style hundreds of times just to find the perfect balance. And this is something that has always fascinating me because. In our life, we always think as a human being and as a professionist, as a business people, we never dig so much.
Yeah.
We always, especially when you work in advertising, you think that the first idea is always the good one, that you just have to have the sparkle and you just have to pick up the sparkle. But I am on the opposite side. I think that you need to dig into that idea.
Yeah.
And your example is a perfect example of how important it is to dig into an idea. This is core culture. I think it's written.
Core culture, yeah.
Core culture. I mean, there are how many styles have you tried this to find?
Those are the selected ones. Usually, it's a lot more. And those are the selected ones that I think have some kind of potential in it. And you see how I work. It's because I'm very ambitious, and I am never satisfied with the, if I work for an hour, I produce quite a lot, but this hour is just a warm up. Then comes another hour where my muscle memory kicks in, and I learn what I'm doing on the go, and then I can start producing more and more and more and refine the ideas. And luckily, in the end of the day, I will have a huge amount of, on one side, a lot of garbage, but this garbage is very important to get me to the point where I can select something that has some potential. And still, you see, those things that I produce are very expressive, and usually they come out straight from the hand. So they're quite unique, and there is a lot to select from. But I always try to keep in mind where it's going, and how it's going to be used. And it's not refining a font, for example. When you're working on a font, you will, you change a little bit and a little bit for a long period of time until you have a perfect system. In my case, when I'm working, especially on one or two words, there is so many things that you can add to it. It doesn't have to be a text for reading. It doesn't have to be so legible, so easy to perceive. So I can play around, and sometimes, I don't have the, on one side, I don't have the patience to work on something for too long. That's why I think I see myself as a very dynamic person, and that's why I usually produce a lot. But I'm also very self-critic, and I am never satisfied. So I will work as long as I don't feel ashamed to show this to the customer.
So it's a process of try and fail every time. I mean,
I would call it experiment. That's what my professor taught me. Never say that you're working with try and fail because you admit failing, but it's natural, and experiment a lot. And of course, the failure is very important because we learn on it.
And as a tattoo artist, how can you picture your future, not just as a calligrapher man, but also as a tattoo artist? I mean, you have a shop, you have a studio. So how do you think it's going to change? Do you think people is stopping to making tattoo on their skin, or maybe need to have more memories, and then we will collect more tattoos in the future?
Our studio is a little bit different because all the artists that we have here are not traditional tattooers, and we work very close with the customers' ideas, and we always prepare custom designs. And even now, we still get requests for tattoos, even for the future. People are writing that they have ideas and concepts that they want to work on. So I think in our studio, we will be, probably it's going to be less work than usual, because like the economy will suffer for sure.
You will slow down, probably.
A lot of people, and as I said before, the priorities of people will change probably. And tattoos are a luxury item. You don't need them. You want them.
What's the average of the people of a cost of a tattoo?
What do you mean by average?
I mean, how much it costs by average? I mean, there is a fee. There is something that people know. That, I mean, you're telling us that it's a luxury.
Yeah,
is something that belongs to luxury.
It's a luxury because you don't need it, you want it. Yeah, and the cost is different. It may be 120 euro. It may be 2,000 euro for one tattoo. Yeah?
But I mean, you just needed to want to have a tattoo. I mean, I see your Instagram page of your studio. I will show it now to the people, and I mean, there are such a piece of art. It's not just, we cannot consider this just tattoo.
Yeah,
it's something really, really work of art. I mean, there are.
Well, that's what I said. Like all the artists that we have here are people that are very good artists, not only tattooers. And this is all custom work. It's all, for example, this one is by Daniel Baczewski. He's a good friend of mine from Poland who used to live in Scotland, and since the beginning of the year he works with us. He's always drawing. It all comes from his pen and pencil, and people appreciate that. I think what you can see here, like all of those things are custom drawn for the customer.
So they are not like flash tattoo.
No. Some of the artists, of course, we produce flash. Even I do that. Sometimes we have, quite often we have walking days, and then we prepare flashes for that walking day, especially. But most of the times it's custom work on request.
How do you see your future, Adam?
Well, in the tattoo industry, as I said, probably we will see a little bit of trouble, but time will show. Sorry for that. I guess I have some.
It's the beauty of live streaming.
Yes. Okay. Hard to say right now because we are really in the middle of the situation right now in the world, in the pandemic, and yeah, hard to predict. I can't. I'm trying to focus and set my mind for all the things that I can do besides tattooing. Luckily, I was taught that. I studied design and industrial design and art, so I have a lot of. I have a quite a wide range of tools and
skill,
skill to use. So yeah, this is what I focus on right now, and just waiting on what the situation will be in the future.
I have one more question. I just sorry to ask you about your family, but I just need to understand how we can help young people to understand this moment. Because I have a daughter of 5 years old. You have a daughter of 2 or 3. I don't remember.
17 months.
17 months. Yeah, almost 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they probably don't remember. My daughter probably will remember this period. But talking about like 10 years old, 12, 13 years old, are you worried about this young people? Or they probably have already understood that they have a solution in their hands? Is this something that worry you about, or do you think they already have the solution? Because I need like the Greta Thunberg phenomenon, and sometimes I think okay, this young guys and girls has already the solution in their hands, or sometimes I think I was young once, a long time ago, and I found myself in the same situation, but then all of a sudden I forgot this. But there's something not ethical and universal like this moment. I mean, we are facing a pollution problem, healthy problem, virus problem. Do you think they will act differently?
For sure, like the times are changing, and the way we grew up and how we perceive the world is totally different. And I think the young minds are a little bit more able to change the mindset and adapt. You know what I mean? Like they, even when you see in the use of technology of my generation, for example, I grew up with no internet, and then it was a brand new thing for me when I was in school, and somehow it was, it's those things are natural right now for the younger generations. And I think the situation we are facing right now is a very good it's a very good signal to adjust the priorities in life again. And this family time that we have right now, as long as we can stay safe and keep it safe, I think it will be very good for the future.
And last question, so back into work.
Yeah.
How do you see, from your point of view, from your sensibility, the way brands are acting at the moment? Because I mean, people, of course, are listen to governments, and governments are acting according to the common way of thinking.
Yeah.
But I've seen also brands taking position about this. How's your experience? Do you have any brands that are asking you for creating something for this particular moment?
For this particular moment, no, but I have a lot of requests from brands that they know that we have time on our hands right now, and they also being pretty supportive, and that's really cool. I think some brands are not, I think, are not affected now or yet, and are able to react, and they reach out to creative people, and that's pretty cool. But hard to say for the future.
Okay, Adam. I think I'm very happy about this chat. It will be always it is always incredibly inspiring to talk with people like you, because sharing our experience, sharing our culture. I like more the idea, as you know me, to share face to face,
Yeah,
not by social media. Even if in this particular case we are looking each other through a desktop. But I think this is one of the most important thing of this moment. I think we need to share the positive thought about this moment,
yeah,
not just to worry, not just to picturing the future, but also sharing and taking care of culturally taking care about one each other.
yeah. That's
So,
true. You have to use your resources wisely and make the best of the situation. Yeah? So always have to build something with the tools that you have around you. And I think this is very important to focus our mind on the creative mindset and family time. Um, yeah, and don't watch too much news because depressed.
just watch Netflix.
Yeah. Oh man, Netflix is a golden time for Netflix, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Just one request. Are you in the studio? You told me you're in the studio.
Yes.
Do you have any chance to show us your studio?
I have. Let me unplug here.
Just
Okay.
for, just for my curiosity, just to see the studio. The
Well,
end.
it's on the lockdown, so it's kind of dark and empty. So this is my corner we are sitting right now in, and I have my working station here, which was my desk for now. We are very lucky to have all the safety stuff like surface disinfection and skin disinfection. I have some additional light I was using for the live. I have some of my paintings in the background. There behind me you can see varios from Raw. Here we go. Yeah, here. Let me show you around.
Because
Again,
I remember you have
the next.
a lot of piece of art in your studio.
Yeah, we have a legit golden logo here. Golden,
Nice.
23 and 3/4 carat golden glass. Now we have a copy of Elfgren stenographer from my wife. She painted this for me a few years ago for my birthday.
Really?
Yeah, it's oil painting, and the frame is gilded, and everything is hand built by my wife.
Wow.
What else we have here? We have some silk screen from Slava. We have amazing prints from Daniel Bachevsky, one of our tattooers. Here you can see.
So nice.
Then we have some artworks here from Slava. We have some Ukrainian lithography artists here. We have some originals, some photography. What else?
Because you also have an art gallery in the studio.
Yes, yes, I'm moving to the bigger room right now. Here you can see also a collaboration between Brigante and me.
Nice.
Look, your town.
Milan.
Hello. So now we're moving to the gallery room, which is empty at the moment. Let me get some lights on. So here we have, you see, Luca Barcelona.
Ciao, Luca.
Yeah, here we have some gold foil on leather by Michael Ward with my design on it. Then we have Well, this one is my treasure. It's an original from Christopher Hannes.
Wow. All these are our original pieces. It's nothing is printed. It's all handmade.
This is original. This is ink on paper, and yeah, this is the guy that makes, for example, the Nobel Prize diplomas. Yeah? For those who don't know, Christopher Hannes is a true master. Here we have Felix Seele, tattooer from Berlin. Here we have Luca again. We have
Luca Barcelona came to your studio, I think, some month ago, like in September.
It was in last May, and he was supposed to be here again, but we're gonna have to change the dates again. So we have here WLK from Poland. Here we have Freda Oliveira from Brazil. We have some art pieces here also from Poland. Here's Need Me, Aleksandra Tchikowska. What else do we have here? Varios. We have QB from Greece. And there we have a lot more. We have big works from Daniel. Yeah. Look at this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it mine?
Of course.
Oh, shit, I didn't remember it.
Mateusz Witczak.
I also have that one, the alphabet one.
Yeah, the alphabet is amazing. It's all letterpress.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Here, Fraquan cut out for me.
Yeah, I saw it.
For me, there we have. There we go. You can see style fighting.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have a quite collection, man.
Yeah, look, Jeff Marshall from Australia.
Yeah, I remember Jeff was also in my studio. That's our poster.
Yeah, Nicolo.
Beautiful collection, man. Really, really beautiful.
From the everyday life of the studio. We have some cool catalogs here and things. And of course, the virus information that we don't use anymore because no one's here. Here we have another gold leaf piece from Jeff Marshall.
I mean, you have a quite huge studio, man.
It's nice. 110 square meters.
It's pretty nice. I mean, I've been there a lot of time, but I just want to show to the people how a real tattoo artist and especially, is this Mike Myers?
No, this is me, but during Mike Myers. But I did it during his workshops here. He was already 5 times with us.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, I think we had a lot of time. We have spent a very, very nice time with you. I must thank you for your time and for your sharing your thought, your sensibility, and hope we will have chance to hug each other as soon as possible.
Me too.
And thank you for your time and hug your family for me, and stay safe, stay home, or do whatever you want. Just stay safe.
Yeah.
And really hope to have chance to see each other as soon as possible.
Me too. Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you everybody for watching, and yeah, stay safe and stay creative.
Ciao Adam, grazie.
Grazie mille. Ciao.